The 2022 film Black Adam, part of the now-defunct DC Extended Universe, DCU, introduced a new antihero who was set to shift the balance of power in the DC universe. But for many fans familiar with the comics, Black Adam's similarities to another prominent DC figure were hard to ignore: Shazam. From their shared powers and costumes to their use of the same magical word, the two characters have a deep-rooted connection. However, the movie adaptations failed to fully capture the long-standing rivalry scene in the comics, leaving fans to wonder about the nature of their relationship and whether they would ever face off on screen. The origins of Black Adam and Shazam's connection. In both the comics and the Black Adam film, Taith Adam, later known as Black Adam, and Billy Batson, Shazam, derive their powers from the same source, the wizard Shazam. However, their journeys diverge significantly. In the original DC Comics continuity, Taith Adam was chosen by the wizard Shazam as a champion centuries before Billy Batson was ever considered. However, unlike Billy, who proved worthy of his powers, Taith Adam was corrupted by the immense strength granted to him. His subsequent fall from grace led him to become a supervillain, and the wizard Shazam ultimately banished him to a distant star as punishment for his evil deeds. The Black Adam film takes a different approach. In this adaptation, Taith Adam's son is initially chosen as Shazam's champion. However, after his son's tragic death, Taith Adam is given the power to avenge his family, resulting in his transformation into Black Adam. The movie also introduces an element of brutality to his character, as Taith Adam uses his new powers to enforce his own version of justice, even if it means resorting to violent methods. In contrast, Billy Batson, who eventually becomes Shazam, draws his powers from a set of 6 mythological heroes: Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. These powers are distinct from Black Adam's, which are drawn from Egyptian gods: Shu, Heru, Ammon, Zahudi, Aten, and Mehen. Despite their similar abilities, the different sources of their power reinforce their contrasting personalities. While Billy is portrayed as an optimistic and heroic figure, Black Adam is more ruthless and morally complex, often stepping into anti-hero territory. Why Black Adam and Shazam aren't the same. While Black Adam and Shazam share striking similarities in their powers and transformations, their motivations and personalities set them apart. Billy Batson, the boy who transforms into Shazam, is often depicted as the epitome of purity, courage, and heroism. His alter ego, Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, is known for his larger-than-life optimism, which has made him a fan favorite since his creation. In fact, Billy is often seen as one of the most genuinely heroic characters in the DC universe, with his innocence and heart of gold distinguishing him from others. On the other hand, Black Adam's origin story revolves around loss, revenge, and the abuse of power. Even when he aligns himself with the Justice Society of America in the Black Adam film, he does so on his terms, often enacting his own brutal sense of justice. His struggle with morality and his troubled past make him a much darker and more complicated figure than Shazam, positioning him as an anti-hero in contrast to the more traditional heroism of Billy Batson. The DCU and the fate of a Black Adam/Shazam crossover. With the failure of Black Adam and Shazam, Fury of the Gods at the box office, the possibility of a crossover between the two characters in the DCU seems increasingly unlikely. Initially, Dwayne Johnson, who played Black Adam, hinted at the potential for a showdown between Black Adam and Shazam, even suggesting that the characters' respective origin stories would be introduced together. However, Johnson's push for Black Adam to have a solo film, separate from Shazam, ultimately delayed any possibility of their on-screen clash. Further complicating matters, Johnson reportedly fought against any connection between Black Adam and Shazam in the DCU films, including vetoing a post-credits scene in Black Adam that could have set up a confrontation with Billy Batson. This decision, coupled with the underperformance of both films, led to a lack of synergy between the two franchises. As a result, Shazam, Fury of the Gods made no reference to Black Adam, despite their shared origins. The final nail in the coffin came with the announcement of the DC Universe, DCU, reboot under James Gunn's leadership. With the DCU set to launch in 2025 with a new Superman film, it's clear that the DCU continuity is being completely restructured. Neither Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam nor Zachary Levi's Shazam will continue in the new DCU, leaving the prospect of a Black Adam/Shazam battle off-screen and possibly out of the future DC cinematic plans altogether. Behind-the-scenes drama. The reported feud between The Rock and Zachary Levi. Adding to the drama surrounding a potential Black Adam and Shazam crossover is the reported feud between Dwayne Johnson and Zachary Levi. Rumors suggest that Johnson was not a fan of the Shazam franchise, even allegedly causing the removal of a post-credits scene that would have linked the two characters. In interviews, Levi has made pointed comments about Johnson, including referencing an article that hinted at Johnson's disdain for the Shazam films. This behind-the-scenes drama seems to have spilled over into the failure of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, as the movie struggled to find its footing without the involvement of Black Adam. While the rivalry between Johnson and Levi remains largely speculative, it's clear that the potential for crossover was hindered by personal and creative differences between the two actors. Conclusion: the future of Black Adam and Shazam in the DCU. With the DCU reboot in full swing, the futures of Black Adam and Shazam remain uncertain. While a Black Adam/Shazam crossover seemed possible during the DCU's earlier stages, it now appears that the characters will go in different directions. Although the legacy of Black Adam and Shazam's rivalry remains a key part of DC Comics history, it is unlikely that the two characters will face off in the new cinematic universe. Whether or not Black Adam and Shazam will ever meet on screen, the rich history between the two characters, filled with power struggles, betrayal, and redemption, ensures that their rivalry will always be a part of DC lore.